What's up, gang? Today we have a Secret Service pinball machine. It's made by Data East. Came out in 1988, and I do believe there were 2,700 of these made, something like that, 2,600, 2,700, which is kind of a lower production number for a pinball machine. The value on these, on pin side, it says it's somewhere between 2,100 and 2,700 once it's chopped out, which is why I have this one right here. Is it has several minor issues, nothing super drastic, but you know, when they start piling together, we start to have issues. So let me turn it on and I'll show you what's going on here. All right, so basically what happens is get it credited up here, and then as soon as I shoot a ball, it will kick a ball over. I'll shoot a ball, and as soon as I hit the flippers one time, it blows a little fuse on the flipper board up here, and I'll show you that in just a second. I think I know what's going on with that, so let's go ahead and open this up, and I'll show you what's the problems are inside. I guess we can. We also have that problem. I'll show you. Right there where it says Data East presents. Watch when I try to start it. Ball missing. I put like 7 balls in here, so I know it's not missing a ball. Give me 1 second here while I lift the play field. Okay, so here's the trough. So the balls are all in here. You can see that this switch is pulled down, and there's the leaf for it there. The second one is down, but it hasn't triggered that switch. And then we have the third one that's here, and we have the same problem. Let's see if I can show you. It is right here where my finger is. Here. Okay, see that thing hitting that switch right there? Now watch when I actuate it. There it is. So it's not clicking until it gets there. And that, I don't know if you can see, there it is. It's about there. So I need to bend this where it's up higher, and we'll push it down lower. And then this one, I think I finally got it where it's hitting the ball. Yeah, it is. So I think that one's good. 1 and 2, we just need to get this third one going, and then that will be good. Okay, now the flipper blowing a fuse. I did a couple years ago change the coils out because it was probably having that problem before. And what I did was I just copied the wiring that was in it on these solenoids here. Yeah. See this guy right here? He looks all burnt up. Oh, it's this guy here. And this is one of the pop bumpers. And you can't even move the back in it at all. It should move like this. Make a noise, something like that. Okay, so I got these wires there switched around, and then I came down here and I got this coil off of here. Let me show you what that looks like on the inside. It is completely stopped up. I don't know what got in there. That usually doesn't happen, but it's rock solid. Like, I've seen where these sleeves have melted in the inside before, but this is something a little different. I don't know what that is. But that one's definitely cooked. Got a new one here, so I'm gonna throw this one in. It's only got 2 posts on it, so I don't have to worry about getting that one wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in, and then I think we can put some fuses in it and see if we can play a game. Okay, so since I don't know for sure if these are wired right, if the diodes are good, I'm pretty sure we have some transistor damage on the back box. So one way to know, let me find one that we know for sure is factory. This one is here. Okay, so we see the diode here, and if I can get close enough with the light, you can see the band is on the right side, and there's 2 wires going to the right side. That's power, so this one is correct. And so let's look at, say, this one. This is our flipper coil. We have the diodes banded here on our left side, and it it looks like our power wire is wired to the right side. So this is wrong. So these diodes may or may not be bad. We need to test them, and we need to test probably the related transistor in the back box is probably fried because of that. And so let's look at our one over here, and the diodes band is on the right side and our power is on the right side. So that one's okay. And so, but I want to go through and test all of the diodes and make sure they're all good. And let's just make sure everything is square here before we go and look at the back box, because I can tell we're already going to have some damage there. But I'll show you how to test those next. Got the coil pulled off here for us. Got the meter set up. I want to put this on diode test. And you can't test the diode in circuit, so you want to cut one leg off. You might have two diodes, or you might just have one. You should have a diode on every coil, though. Just depends on what kind of coil your game uses. You want to take your black lead and put it on the banded side, and then the red lead on the other side. Try to do this and stay in frame here. And this way you should get a reading somewhere in between 0.5 and 0.6. And then when you flip them over, you shouldn't get anything if it's good. Diodes are a one-way street. They will only let electricity go one way. Yep, so that one's good there. Do the same thing to the other one here. So if they're bad, it's going to let a charge go back to your CPU, NPU, and that's going to take out your transistor. That one's good. Okay, so that one's okay, tested fine. We know that the wiring is okay now. So just have to hope that the transistor is okay. But I have a feeling we're going to have to change out a bunch of transistors. Move on to the next one. All right, I want to check in here. Got this pop bumper, took apart. This is one that needed the new coil. Everything seems to be fine except for this top piece is broken off. And I took this one apart here and just compared. These little posts here are supposed to be attached to it, and then they screw down into those little holes there. So I'm going to look to see if I can replace this plastic housing. And for now, I'm just going to throw some super glue in there and get it together, because as long as it is in place, it never moves. It's just this top piece there, and then the bottom piece is the switch. All right, I think we got that. Now it'll move independently like it's supposed to, and the top's on there pretty good. I will order one if one is available, but this will hold and be okay if we have to roll with it. So now let's go ahead and get into the back box and see how many bad transistors we got. All right, we got the coils all taken care of, and now we're gonna check these drive transistors back here on the back, or in the on the NPU, CPU, whatever you want to call it. There's a little test point here for ground. Then I'm gonna put the black lead on. And then, so we have transistors here, there's a bank here, here, and then down here. And all you have to do to test it is put that one in the ground and then put this one on the tab. And if it, I got to put the meter on continuity, that would help. And I can see somebody's marked this one red right here. So that one I know is probably one of the ones that's bad. We also have this chip here that's marked red. This chip here is also marked red. That also is in this circuit. And then we have a couple over here that are marked red too. It could have been they changed them the last time it was worked on, but it is the kind of thing we're having a problem with. So we got our meter on continuity. Let's check this one that's marked red. Yeah. So that one's shorted. 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 That one's okay. So almost everyone in that bank needs replaced. Check these. Okay. I think these should be fine. I think over here in the lamp and light issue or section. I think some of those were shorted. Doing good going through here. Okay, let me check these real fast. Pretty sure I found one that was shorted over here. Hang on, let me get a better angle and see if we can test some of these. Good. Good. The bad one. Bad. That one's okay. Bad. We got a lot of bad ones. At least 10 or so. All right, so I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'll have this many on hand. Maybe because the coils were locking on, and so I know if the coil locks on right when I powered the game up, I know it's definitely not a switch or anything like that. It's definitely coming from the board because they shouldn't be energized at all until I start a game. Now, if you start a game and then it becomes locked on, then it could be a switch or something like that. It's a little bit easier to find. But let me go ahead and write these part numbers down. But I think that's about it. I think I'm going to have to, unless I have them on hand. This will probably be the end of this video. And in the next one, we'll start hanging some parts. All right, I went ahead and pulled the board out. These up here where I had some bad ones, they are TIP 122 or TIP 122. I can't find out how to see that the best way. There we go. 122s. And whenever you change these, you also want to change the little transistor here that's in front of it that corresponds with it. So I have a bunch of those, and then we got a few down here that were bad too. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think I got everything I need on hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap those out, and then we'll see if the coils still stick on.